Welcome to All Inspired. Today we will be doing a bedroom makeover. I started this makeover at the end of June. My girls went to camp and my husband and I decided that we would surprise them by painting and rearranging their room. So I started by clearing everything out. I got this little clear bin and I started putting smaller items in it, and then I started taking all of the larger items and neatly stacking them in the hallway. I wanted to make over this room, but I did not want to create a gigantic mess. So I made sure that I kind of decluttered as I went along, and I made sure that when I brought everything out of this room that, like I said, I neatly, compactly stacked it in an area where I could later go through it and figure out exactly what I was going to do with it. When I decided to do this makeover, I wanted to make a space that was nice and calming. You can see right here, they have their books and stuff up there, and it just seems a bit cluttered. You know, when you're sitting here to do your schoolwork, it might not be It might be distracting with all those books and items up there. So I want them to have all of these items accessible to them because the majority of this is coming back in the room. We decluttered, but it wasn't a lot. So most of this is coming back in. And I just needed to find a good way to conceal the items. I wanted the room to feel more relaxing and just not so bright, just more calming, relaxing type of space. So I started by getting everything completely cleared out of the room, and then I started prepping the walls for paint. I thought it would be fun to ask a thought-provoking question in my videos and just see what some of the comments are. My question this week is, what would you live without if you had to choose, TV or music? So for the rest of your life, you don't get either. You cannot watch TV for the rest of your life, or you cannot listen to music for the rest of your life. Which one would you choose? If you stay tuned to the end of the video, of course you want to see the end of the makeover anyways, but if you stay tuned, I will tell you which one I choose, and I honestly think that my answer will surprise you. After I got everything cleared out of here, I wanted to get these walls cleaned, and I'm actually really glad that I did because they were quite dusty and dirty, and I didn't record emptying the mop bucket, but I definitely will next time I do something like this because I could not believe how much dirt was on the walls. Like, you just don't think about it, but if dust builds up on your dressers or your desks or any other surfaces, of course it also builds up on the walls. You just don't really see it. You just don't pay attention. It's, textured in the walls. But if you take a mop bucket and you put just a little bit of dish soap in there, I also put a little bit of just whatever multi-surface cleaner I have. I like to use Lysol. Like to use Pine Sol. Anything that just has a fresh scent. You don't have to. You can just use dish soap if you want. but I like to have that fresh scent. So I just put a little bit of dish soap and a little small amount of a multi-surface cleaner, and I just went to town scrubbing all of these walls, and it made such an improvement. It was so much cleaner and smelled so fresh in their room that I absolutely recommend, if you're going to paint, just don't skip this step. Just take the time, make sure you do all of the prep work, make sure that you wipe down the baseboards, that you wipe the door frames, you wipe off the windowsills. You make sure you get all of that area cleaned before you start to paint, because it will make such a difference. For those of you that are new to my channel, I just wanted to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Amanda. I am married. My husband and I have been married for almost 4 years. We have a blended family. I have an almost 18-year-old daughter. I also have 2 stepdaughters that are 11 and 8, and that's actually their room that I'm doing right now. Oftentimes I just refer to them as my kids or my daughters just because it's easier, but they are my stepdaughters. They do have a mom that loves them very much, and so I am just their stepmom, but that's just what I often refer to them as, just to make it more simple. But it's actually their room that I'm getting done while they were away at camp. I got everything cleaned up, and so I'm just going to patch a few little holes. Most of the stuff was on with the little command strips, but we did have a few holes that I needed to patch up before we started painting. So here is the pile of stuff that I told you I put into the hallway. I just kind of kept it real neat and organized, and once I had time I went through all those items, and then I just decided what we were going to get rid of. You'll notice later on that teal desk does not stay. I actually found a friend that was in need of a desk, and so we had that, and I was planning on getting rid of it anyways, so I messaged her and was like, hey, come get it, and she swung by and picked it up, and she sent me a picture that it was perfect for what she needed it. She's going to be homeschooling this year, and so she needed a new desk for her kids, and it worked out perfectly. So I love that when you can do makeovers, if you can, donate some of your stuff, or just put it on Facebook, just put it on your general page. You can even put it on Marketplace if you want, but sometimes you just have to put it on your regular page, and some of your friends will be like, hey, I need a desk. Or in my instance, she was just reaching out saying, hey, anyone have a desk? And I just messaged her right away and was like, hey, I got one, come over. And so it worked out perfectly. We finally got everything cleaned up and ready for paint. It's always worth it just to take that extra time and get the prep work done. But now that we've got it all completed, my husband is going around and just doing the edging work. He is so good at it. You can see him right here. I didn't record the whole entire thing just because it's just the same thing over and over again. But you can see him while he's painting the desk that's attached to the wall. He doesn't use tape. I have the tape right there. He can use it, but he just doesn't need to. He's just really, really good at painting. When he was young, his dad owned a construction company, and so they would always help out as young kids doing odds and ends jobs, and one of his jobs would be painting when he was super young. So he's gotten really good at painting, and he just doesn't need tape. So I let him go ahead and do all of the edging, and I started rolling the paint on.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky, when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy,
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has watched my video. My last video almost got 600 views, which is phenomenal. It was definitely my most watched video, and just thank you so much. I just cannot believe that so many people are enjoying my videos, and I just really appreciate all the comments, the likes, everything that you do truly helps me out so much. So thank you so much. It means the world to me. I started my YouTube because I discovered something. I discovered that while on social media, there's a lot of negativity. Of course, everybody knows that. I didn't discover that, but everyone knows there's a lot of negativity on social media. And I discovered that if you started going through and you started liking motivational quotes, the algorithm is set up to give you more of what you like. So if you like motivational quotes, it will give you more of that. So as you're scrolling through your YouTube page or your Facebook or Instagram, it doesn't matter, any social media platform, you will eventually see inspiring motivation quotes. You won't just see negativity. And I really, really liked it. And I feel like a lot of people just didn't catch on to that. Like, yes, there's negativity, but you can balance that out with positivity as well. And so I started a YouTube channel, and I want to help inspire other people, not just motivate. I feel like inspire is a different word. Of course it is a different word, but you know what I mean. I feel like it has more meaning behind it. You say the word motivating, and it's like, yeah, I got up, I checked a few things off my list, but then I was done. Inspiring is like, you achieved a lifelong goal, you achieved your dreams. I feel like that it's just a more grand of a word. So that's why I decided to use all inspired instead of some type of a motivational name. But I did want to start this just so that when you come to social media platforms, you will have inspiration. If you want to check out my Instagram, I will have it linked below. All of my Instagram is mainly motivational. There are some personal quotes, but I post several motivational quotes a day, and it's just so that in the event that you see some negative things on Instagram, you can always see my posts, and there'll always be inspirational, uplifting, motivating types of posts that will inspire you.
Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know, man, passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
Now that I got all of the paint rolled on and the doors and the trim painted, I'm moving on to some DIY projects. I bought these picture frames at Goodwill. They were like $9 a piece, so I thought it was a steal. They're a little bit messed up, scratched, and things like that, so I decided that I wanted a more textured look on them and to cover up all those imperfections. So I'm just taking my spray paint and a little sandwich bag, and I'm just spraying the paint on and then dabbing the sandwich bag to give it this texture textured look. And I actually think that it turned out really well. So I told you guys later on in the video I'd answer my thought-provoking question, and my answer is, would I choose TV forever or music? And my answer is music, because have you ever tried to watch TV or a movie without music? I don't think it would be very good. So honestly, I think that the music is what adds the emotion, and that you have to have music. That's why I add music into my videos, because there's something about the music that adds the emotion into the videos, that sets the tone, that makes you energized, or that makes you happy, or that makes you feel sad. So I would absolutely choose music over TV if I had to. Of course, we don't have to. We get the luxury of both. But if I had to, I would choose music. While I'm letting my frame dry, I went ahead and went inside. I got these little planters at TJ Maxx, I believe. I think they were like $4 a piece. They were super inexpensive, and I just thought they were adorable. My kids always say how they like my little fake plants, and so I wanted to make sure that I put some in their room. But I just didn't really love the white part. I felt like it looked like a cracked egg. It looks more for like Easter. I don't know. I just didn't like it. And I was going with more of like neutral colors and like the shiny. It just wasn't my favorite. So I've had this yarn forever. My mother-in-law actually gave it to me, and I love it. I think it's super adorable. And so I just went ahead and started hot gluing it to the base, and then I just tightly wound it up, and then periodically, you'll see in the next clip, periodically I just add a little bit of hot glue, and then I just continue to tightly wrap it up, and then just add a little bit more until I get all the way to the top. And they turned out really cute, super adorable. So now that I got all of that done, I'm going to start decorating. I did lose some of these clips, and or I just didn't record them. We're doing my girls' room, and I just don't include them a lot on YouTube. I don't include them on YouTube at all. So it's just some clips where I just didn't get a ton of the decorating because they were involved with the decorating of their room. But I also made that picture frame. Isn't that just the cutest? I used the exact same twine that I used for their planters, but me and the girls braided them. So we braided all three of those, and then I hung them up, and you will see at the very end, at the end clips, I hung some summer photos on there. Our kids are actually going back to school this Thursday, so I wanted to hang some fun summer photos just as the end of summer. You know, even though they're going back to school, we still have a few more things planned. We're going to go on vacation to the lake and things like that, so I still wanted some more fun summer stuff. I also got this bin organizer. You remember I told you guys I was going to conceal these items just because it was too much clutter. It was too much going on. I wanted a more calming feeling in the room. So I went on Amazon. I bought this organizer, and I have another one of these too in a different shades. I'll leave them both linked below. But these things are the best for concealing things. I decided to go with the wicker baskets because I was putting a few other wicker touches in their room, and I wanted it all to be cohesive and kind of go together. So I'll leave these linked below. I also ordered them off of Amazon, but check this out. Isn't it so cute? I did like a mirror effect on each side. Each side of their dresser looks very similar. I can't decide, but I need help. What should I do? Should I leave the open frame right here I think it looks decent. Or should I do it like this where there's a picture in the frame? I do feel like that frame looks a little off and I need a border for the picture. You guys, I need some help. Please comment below. Let me know. What should I do on the final pictures? Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below.
Right now I'm